So today I'm going to be showing you how to replace your brake pads and rotors on the front in your '07 Honda Pilot. Alright, first thing we'll do, take your wheel off. You got 5 19mm lugs. Of course you want to jack it up. Got a jack stand. And then we've got two 12mm bolts here. One right here, one right here. And then you're going to take a flathead screwdriver, stick it behind here, wedge it back. So you'll just be able to grab this caliper and pull them back. And now we're looking at our brake pads, and you just grab onto the little boogers. See if we can get focused here. There we go. And yeah, might want to just take a flathead, just kind of wedge them out and pop both of them out. Then next thing we're going to do is we need to compress this piston back. So we'll set this guy up here. Get your C-clamp, stick them on up in there like so, and then we're just going to compress the piston back until the piston is flush with the caliper housing. Next, I'm going to show you how to replace this rotor, but before I do, listen for just a second what I got to say about rotors. Okay guys, so in order to replace this rotor, what we're going to have to do is you've got to remove this bracket, and you've got two 17mm bolts there and there. Take those guys off. You see these guys just rocking around. Once I take them off, he'll come off. Then we've got these two Phillips head screws. Now on this one was being a booger, so what you'll do is get yourself like an impact screwdriver like this. You'll push, twist to the left, and then hit the end with a hammer. That's one way to break it loose. This one was so bad that I got my drill and 3/8 bit and just drilled the head off. A lot of cars don't even come with these screws, so you don't need them. You can drill them. Just be careful with that. So once we get that done, the rotor will just fall right off here. If not, you can take like a 10mm bolt, 10, or actually I think it's a 12mm bolt on your Honda, will fit in these two little holes. You tighten those in, and it'll be like a press, and it'll press the rotor off. The new rotor just slides on. We'll see that here in a minute. Alright, so that's what it looks like. And we'll just wiggle this guy off. And if I can do it one-handed, you can do it two-handed. So you do that, you'll just slide the new one on the same way, and that's it for rotors. Okay, now the last couple things here, when you put your new pads in, just make sure you grease them up where you see I got it greased here. And also these slide pins, they need to be sliding freely. If they're not sliding freely like that, do a YouTube search, Fixpook slide pin, and I'll show you how to do that. And you're gonna wanna just pull the slide pin out. I'll just dip it in my brake grease here, boom, just get some on the end, and put them right back in there. And just make sure you're sliding, getting the rubber boots all back together. So that's it. Everything else is the reversal, the reverse of the removal. And just before you get everything, you got everything tightened up and you're about to drive the car, just make sure you pump up the brake pedal. It'll probably go straight to the floor because that's not clamped yet. So pump up the brake pedal, make sure your pedal's stiff. And then within the first 10 miles you drive, you might see smoke or smell some funny smells. That's just these pads wearing in, and it might be burning some grease off or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple project. Also minimum thickness on the rotor coming here in 1 second. Alright, and the minimum thickness for this rotor is 26mm. Make sure you guys set a measuring calipers like this, stick it on there, and make sure it's not below 26mm. So, yep, that's it. That'll conclude today's project. Thanks for watching, guys.